Great day. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. And today I am here with a good brother, a brother that everybody should know about, Mr. Jamal Green. And Jamal has a story that I don't know if this would be put in the category of racism, stupidity. Um, I have no idea what to call this. And so all I'm going to do is just let him tell it because this is a story that everybody needs to hear. So first off, I'd like to ask my brother Jamal, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm okay. I'm here.
Okay,
How
okay.
are you?
Well, that's good. Hey, we black in Chicago, so
Oh, for
being
sure.
here is a big deal,
Yeah,
right? And being
100%.
okay is a bigger deal, right? So, all right. So, J Mall, you had a run in with a casino, and I'm gonna let you decide, what names you want to name and stuff like that. And let's just start from
Yeah.
the beginning. So, from what I understood, I saw this on social media that there was a casino that you went to visit, and you were
Yep.
going to patronize this establishment, and you dropped your car off in valet, did nothing
Yep.
wrong, nothing crazy, and your car got stolen. Can
Correct.
you tell us the story? Just start from the beginning. Take your time.
Yeah. So a couple friends had called me like, man, it was a little celebration for one of my friends. We going to the Wind Creek out in East Hazel Crest, Illinois. So I was just outside already, downtown. I was like, oh, I don't even want to drive all the way out here, but for my guy, I'm gonna drive all the way out here. Drove all the way out to East Hazel Crest, valeted my car. I pulled up front, gave them my keys. They gave me a ticket, and I walked in. Well, I was hanging out with them. Not even, an hour later, police were all, coming in a group. The state troopers, East Hazel Crest police, some members of the casino, a member of the gaming board. So you got this big group of people that's coming in, and everybody looking like, "Dang, what's all that? What's this commotion for?" They coming my way. So now I'm like, whoa, okay, why all these folks coming my way, all these police, right? So, as a black
Right.
man, you like all these police coming my way.
Right,
I'm
right.
trying to think of like, damn, did I do anything? What did I do? Right. So they come to me like, we got to talk to you. I'm like, what y'all got to talk to me about? They say, you're not in trouble. So I'm like, okay, they want to talk to me, but I'm not in trouble. All right. So now my mind going crazy. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I'm like, well, what's going on? It took them a minute to even tell me. They
Wow.
said, your truck was stolen from us at the valet. Wait. I'm like, I plopped down in a chair and I'm like, wait, what are you saying to me right now? What are you talking about? Well, someone breached our access and got your keys and they stole your Escalade. And I'm just sitting there. When I say I'm in shock, the people, my friends and people around was like, you was almost in shock because I'm just sitting there like you would think that I'd be going to jail or something, a banned from the casino. You'd be thinking they coming to tell me anything. The
Mm.
last thing that you would expect for them to tell me, the last thing I expected for them to tell me was that my truck with my valuables was stolen from them.
Oh my gosh.
So, the police officer, he gave me a piece of paper. Literally, look, he gave me this little piece of paper. This is what it is right here. This is the exact piece of paper.
Wow.
He gave me this little piece of paper right here and said, we already did the report. We'll give you a call. Basically, you on your own. Find your way home. So
What?
I'm sitting there like shocked, devastated, everything going through my mind. And I'm like, okay, now somebody got to take me home. What the hell is going on right now? Right. So I'm just sitting there in a state of shock. Um, One of my friends took me home, and the next day, the casino is like, we're still trying to figure things out and figure out, how we can support you and come to a resolve. And I'm like, look, this is crazy. Like, we need to like, I need an understanding of what the hell happened. How did this happen? and what y'all gonna do about it? Because this is
Right.
I'm just pissed at this point, right? And I barely got in the house. Luckily, it was someone with my kids at home to even let me in the house. They have my keys to the properties, to my property. I have my keys to everything. They have my data because I got mail in the car, so they got my addresses. They have something with my social security number on it. They have my computer on it. I had other valuables in the
Oh
truck.
my
So
gosh.
now my whole like everything, my whole safety is at stake. So now I have to get in the house. I have to change all the locks that I have keys for, right? Because they have all of my information and all of my data. So now it's just like right now I'm sitting here with no truck. They have everything of mine's with no keys, with all my data, and I don't know what to do, right? So I'm just like, just still in a state of shock here. So now I'm angry, like, because the casino, they're like, well, we have the video, we know who it is. We were able to do facial recognition, and we know who it is. I said, man, this sounds like an inside job. They said, well, no, 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 it
Mm.
wasn't an inside job. He just was real good at what he do. Okay, so you telling me that the casino, who's very good at protecting a slot machine when they taking money out of it, that they can't protect a set of keys. Okay. All right. It sounds like an inside job.
Mm-hmm,
Now,
mm-hmm.
from there, they like, well, let us pay for you a rental. Let us get you a rental. So now it gets to a rental situation. They like, well, we can't get it for you. Just pay for it, and then we'll reimburse you. So now, like, this is all crazy to me, right? So now I'm spending money to pay for a rental, waiting on them to reimburse me, right, for a rental.
Wow.
So now,
Wow.
a week later, they finally give me a reimbursement check for the first week, right? So now I'm like, look, this is taking too long. Y'all making me spend money. I'm changing locks. Y'all have my truck stolen with all of my valuables in it. And we need to come to a real resolve. I had at this point went public, but I didn't say their name. And they knew, like, all right, we appreciate you for not going fully public and saying, everything. I'm giving y'all a chance to make this right. My kids' safety, I had to send my kids away for a week just because of the security nature of what was going on. We don't know, or I don't know who this person is. They have access to everything that I have, right? And y'all gave them that access because y'all did not secure y'all back room or wherever he went to the back to get the keys from. And
Mm.
so I'm just in a state of disarray at this moment. So now we finally get to this point yesterday where they want me to come in and they want to talk to me about a settlement. Okay. Now, mind you, let me roll this back one thing before I get to this. Now, I filed an insurance claim, right? Which I should not have had to, because now I will have an insurance claim on my record like I did something. Now, the
Mm-hmm.
lady from the casino, the risk manager, says, you know what? We filed it on our insurance. You can withdraw your claim. She made me
Hmm.
withdraw my claim because she said that, we filed it. It don't got to be a claim against you. We filed it on our insurance. I get to
Hmm.
the meeting. She basically lied about that and was like, well, no, I told him that he had a choice. The big bosses was like, why would you tell him that? Because we wanted him to file it on his insurance. So
Wow.
now my response is to them is, regardless, I shouldn't have never had to file it on my insurance because y'all had possession of my vehicle and y'all are liable for it. So now you
Mm-hmm.
want me to have an insurance claim like I did something with my vehicle that's going to follow me forever when y'all should cover the vehicle. So they gave me a very minimal settlement that didn't even cover the vehicle. They like, well, we just want to cover some of the valuables in there and give you a few grand and give you $5,000 in free play, like I'm a crackhead.
Wow. So let me just make sure I'm clear about this. So you're saying this casino, and I'm trying to remember. Did you say the name of the casino?
Wind Creek, yeah, I did. Wind Creek. Mm-hmm.
What you said? Wind Creek
Yep.
Casino. It's in Homestead, right?
It's in East Hazelcrest. It's right. Homewood is right across the street, but it's right by Homewood. But it's East
Okay.
Hazelcrest is where it is.
All right. So what you're saying is, and I want everybody that's coming in to know, I'm speaking to Jamal Green. You won't believe what happened to him at this casino. So imagine, I want everybody in the chat to imagine that you go to a casino for a night out. Give me a yes or no. If you leave your car with valet, do you think that your car would be safe? Would you
Yeah.
expect that your car would be protected? Give me a yes or no in the chat. And so
Yeah.
imagine that you leave your car with valet and you got a nice car, and Escalades are very expensive cars. And you come back and they tell you that your car was stolen. And not only do they tell you that your car is stolen, but they don't even give you a ride home after your car gets stolen from their casino. And then not only do they not give you a ride home after letting your car get stolen, they tell you to file it on your insurance. And
Yeah.
even though it was their employee, from what I'm hearing, that allowed this to happen, and then imagine that when you sit down and talk to them about how they're going to make you whole, they give you $5,000 in gambling credits. Does anybody in here understand why this is just outrageous? I heard the
Crazy.
story, and I was mad for you. I was mad for you, not just because that just sounds like complete bullshit, but
Yeah,
also you're not an anonymous person in Chicago. You
for sure.
have you ran for mayor, if I'm not mistaken, at
For
28
sure.
years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that your personal items were stolen, that puts you and your family in danger. That's what I'm
100%.
seeing. I mean, Chicago's a corrupt city. You know,
100%.
a lot of people don't. I don't know. A lot of people won't talk about. They won't talk about some of the people that came up missing when Obama was running for president.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's another conversation I'd like to have with you because I know you know what's going on.
I know.
So,
Yep.
in my view, this is not just something terrible that happened, but it didn't just happen to a regular guy. The fact that you pointed it out as an inside job, I would personally, because you and I both live in the same area. We both live. I live near
Yep.
Chicago. You're in Chicago. Um, I would almost feel like if something like that, I would wonder if I was targeted.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Like did
Hmm.
somebody really go out of their way to make sure they took Boyce Watkins's car? And the reason I say that is because it don't make no damn sense.
No
Your
sense.
car's supposed to be safe.
And I'm the only car that was stolen.
Wait, that
Hmm.
too. That
Yep.
too. Yeah. So
Hmm.
so what now? You said that your car. What happened to the car? What did they?
So the next day, I missed this piece of the story. The state troopers at 1 in the morning is banging on my door, like they didn't like somebody got killed or something. Like y'all could have waited till the
That's
morning.
traumatic.
You know what I'm saying? Like 1 in the morning, and they with their flashlight on my porch banging on my door. I'm like, God, Jesus. I come to the door, Mr. Green. We found your vehicle. It's at this tow yard. So I'm like, man, what happened to it? Yeah, it's damaged. It was in an accident. You know you could see it at the tow yard. So I'm just like, okay, all right, it's 1 in the morning. I mean, halfway asleep, right? And so I look at the police report, zero apprehensions. I get to the tow yard and they tell me, I'm like, man, how did y'all get the vehicle? They said, well, the police chase started on 87th and Dan Ryan all the way to Harvey, Illinois. In an alley, they hit a pole, ran over a tree stump, all front end is all damaged. The suspension is all damaged. The side, they totaled the truck, right? And so they went on a high speed chase and totaled it a day later. And that's essentially what happened to the truck. So now we have the truck back and the truck is totaled with none of my belongings in it, right? Now I'm looking at this truck and I'm looking, they didn't pull the GPS out of the truck and they didn't done everything to try to not get caught here. Just so happened when they got on Dan Ryan, the state troopers had they all knew about it. So I guess they saw it and they saw that them plates didn't match it and they went on the chase. And that's what happened to him.
That story don't even add up either to me, honestly. That
Hmm.
that just all sounds weird. All of
Yeah,
it, all that just sounds crazy,
very
weird to me.
weird.
I don't know. I mean, but again, maybe they just happen to be looking at Escalades and taking down license plate numbers. I mean,
That's crazy,
that
right?
yeah, that's very
Because it
strange.
wasn't my license plate. They switched the license plate. So I don't
Mm,
know. Maybe they just happened to get behind the Escalade and see that it was a different license plate. I don't know.
mm,
All of this was crazy. Here's the thing: zero apprehensions. Y'all know who it is. No one has ever been caught.
mm. So do you think somebody that works at the casino might have possibly been involved in terms of letting them steal your keys? Last time I
I
checked,
definitely think it was an inside job.
really? Okay.
When I was heading out, I saw one of the valet people that I knew, and I'm like, "What the hell happened?" And she goes, "Well, I was on lunch." You get what I'm saying? So now it's like everybody had an excuse on why they were nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, you was on lunch, whoever else was there, so now they're making it seem like nobody was around and this guy went to the back and got the keys off the hook and jumped in my truck. No security, no valet was around. This all happened,
Mm,
and nobody is seeing anything.
mm.
It's all on video and nobody is nowhere to be found. Crazy.
You know what this reminds me of, man? I remember years ago, this is back when I actually hung out with Al Sharpton. I don't hang out with him no more. We don't agree
Good.
politically. Yeah, he's not. He's not. I'm gonna give him credit though. He's a smart man. He's just,
Yeah,
but politically, he's not my cup of tea.
for sure.
But
Same.
I remember there was this time where we were helping out this sister in Missouri. Her name was Heather Ellis. And Heather went into a Walmart and got into a back and forth argument with the cashier over cutting in line or something. Heather was a straight A student, daughter of a pastor, never been in trouble before.
Mhm.
Somehow she ends up getting arrested. And also not only she get arrested, but she got charged with battering a police officer. So you
Mhm.
have this young black woman who's never been in trouble before, straight A student in college, who's suddenly facing 15 years in prison for
Right.
allegedly attacking a cop.
Right.
Well, when I talked to Heather, she told me that actually what happened was one of the cops tackled her, and that she actually was the one with all the bruises and everything else, but they wrote
Right.
it up as her battering the officer.
Right.
Well, long story short, I remember this is how deep uh this is when I started really being exposed to the depth of corruption. So so we went to Walmart and we said, well, y'all got all these cameras everywhere. You're able to make sure nobody steals inside the store, outside the store. You know,
Right.
you got cameras there. So where's the video footage so we can just look and see what happened? And Walmart's like, oh, we lost the footage, right?
Yeah.
Like, just conveniently, we lost
Yep.
the footage. And to tell you how crazy it was, I went on the Tom Joyner morning show to talk about it, and I didn't even make the connection that Walmart, I believe, was one of their sponsors.
Yeah.
And so the minute I started even talking about what happened to this woman, they start playing the music over my voice. All right, Dr. Watkins,
Ah.
it was great to see you, man. You have a
Yeah.
good day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, these sons of bitches. This is
Yeah.
crazy to me. So my point is to say that I'm confused. And what I'm confused about is that casinos are known for having the tightest security out
Yeah.
there. It
Correct.
is really hard to run it. You can't even go in there and count cards
Real
without
talk.
them knowing that you're up to
Yep.
something shady.
Yep.
So how in the hell is it that a casino
Yeah.
that's supposed to that have the state of the art security, which they probably do in every other
Yep.
area, can't even protect
A set of
people's
keys.
keys in the valet? That
Yeah.
that right there just sounds corrupt. That
Yeah.
sounds messy. And you're telling me that they're not doing anything to try to. I mean, it seems to me
No.
I'm assuming that they're going to give you your truck back. You know, like okay, you lost the Escalade, it's totaled. How 25,000, 30,000, whatever it costs to get it fixed, we'll take care of that, and we'll give you some bonuses. Or what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't understand why that did not happen.
Yeah.
What do you think is going on right now?
Well, I think that I don't know. I think that they thought I was a what I like to say is they thought I was a crackhead. It's it's like, oh well, here's some money that doesn't even cover the truck, and here's $5,000 of free play, and it's like, are y'all crazy? Y'all put I mean reputational exposure, the gross negligence, my safety for my family. Y'all had all my items stolen, all the things that y'all had, my inconvenience, my stress, everything, and you not even offer me enough to cover my truck. It is a slap in the and to tell me $5,000 in free play. Yeah, he go $5,000 to come in our casino to give back to us. I
Wow.
mean, it's a slap in the face. And I was just in
Yeah,
so
that's not even really real money. That's
it's not even real money. So then
that's
on
like
top of that,
McDonald's coupons or something.
what makes it so disrespectful is they said, but this is not a negotiation. This is our only and final offer. If you don't accept it, then you could just go through our insurance and we won't talk to you again. Okay,
Mm,
well, don't threaten me with a good time because now we could just make this what it is.
yep.
And Matt,
And
let's go in front of a court in front of a jury and tell them how you have done to what you've done to me and how you've hurt me and my reputation and my family and put me at risk in all of these ways. Let's let a jury tell me how much money I'm due for. I guarantee you to be way more than y'all can even think of. Y'all want to if we want to go there, then we can go all the way there. I gave y'all 2 weeks to make this right. Y'all promised that y'all would make this right. And then for me to walk in there and y'all slap me in the face like that, it just was disrespectful. So,
and to make matters even worse, am I correct in that they actually banned you from the property?
yep. So when I went public, they banned me from the property from going public to tell people what happened at their casino. So
Wow.
now you are retaliation, intimidation, because I'm telling my story on my platform using my First Amendment right. Add that on as well. I didn't do nothing in your facility. I didn't cuss nobody out. I didn't go crazy. I didn't do nothing in your facility. I was nice in your facility at all times. So you literally banned me because I went public and told people what you did to me.
Mm, wow.
Like I had like I stole somebody's car. Is the man who stole my car banned? He probably could walk back up in there and play in a casino tomorrow.
And he might be connected to, I mean, I'm not going to say, but I mean, it's quite feasible that there's an employee that played
100%.
some part in this. I'd
Yep.
be curious to understand their security. I mean, if they're watching, they need to go ahead and ban me in advance. I ain't never going
Yeah.
up in there and leave, giving you the keys to my car, knowing that
Yeah.
one of your employees, is allowing people to go just walk right back there and take the keys off the shelf. That's
Yep.
crazy to me.
That's
That's
crazy.
absolutely crazy. You wouldn't do that with any of your slot machines or your poker tables. So how are you doing that to your customers? You are harming your customers and
Hey
putting them in
Doc,
danger. This is
I've
this is
seen them.
distressing.
I've seen them when I was in there that night. They would like when they were take money out the machines for the slot machines, right? This would make me really think about this. They'll have 10 security guards all guarding the slot machine to make sure that no one. So even if you walk near them, they create a perimeter around the slot machine. So you
Wow.
can't walk past them or around them because they're protecting whoever is taking the money out of the slot machine, right? So y'all literally, I've seen 10 security guards on one slot machine take however many $1,000s out the slot machine. And you telling me that y'all couldn't protect one set of keys? Yeah, so something
Mm.
is wrong with that. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and this casino, just so we know not to go there. You said it's Wind Creek, right? Wind Creek
Yep.
Casino
Yep.
in East
East
Hazelcrest,
has yep.
near Homestead.
Yep.
Okay, so Wind Creek
Right. Yep.
Casino.
They're Homewood,
Yeah,
right off
and
Halsted. Yep.
I think that they and here's the thing. Here's what I want to also consider is, you got lawsuits out here where people are getting $10 million because somebody had sex with them 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Look at Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp offered that lady $10 million, and they had a relationship, right? And the media would never dare, or no one would ever dare attack the victim, right?
Yeah.
Assuming she's the victim, right? Whatever you assume. But isn't it interesting that with you as a black man, they didn't just traumatize you, put your whole family in danger, got your car
Yeah.
stolen. You worked hard for that car. You have your valuables in this car. You have private information in this car. You have your
Yep.
personal information in this car. But then on top of after they traumatize you, they then re-traumatize by saying we're going to blame you for
Yeah.
allowing us to let your car get stolen in total.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. That to me,
That's
I
insane.
would just say I think I'm not I don't know how much race has to do with this, but I've never seen them do that to a white female. You know, white woman can say somebody touched my
Never.
booty in 1998 and I need $10 million so I can feel better, and people will pay up just like that. So to me, the amount the what was taken from you physically was bad, but also the emotional side of just like, man, like what happened here? Why did this happen? How did this happen? They haven't answered. It doesn't sound like they've answered any of those questions adequately.
Not at all. Not at all. And I think it's unfortunate, it's heartbreaking that, the last thing that I would have expected, to happen to me, I'm in this situation and they care nothing about the inconvenience, the emotional trauma, the stress, my children, nothing else, and it's highly unfortunate, but we're gonna get through it.
Wow. Well, you know what, Jamal? I got your back. Keep me posted. I already follow you on social media. Tell everybody where they can follow you for those who want to keep up with the story.
Yep, they can follow me everywhere at Jamal Green, at Jaymal Green as the color, on all social media.
See now, you messing with me, man, because I'm looking at the screen right now. There ain't no Y in the Jamal I'm looking at right
No,
now.
that
And
no,
you try,
just in the social media handle. That's all. Just so people can pronounce it right. But there's not a
man,
Y in my real name.
yeah, because I put you in my phone as Jamal, Jay,
Yeah.
but then your email was Jamal. And I'm like, man, damn, I'm mispronouncing the brother's name. I'm
Brother.
getting it wrong. Well, you know what? Ain't nobody gonna mispronounce your name when you become mayor of Chicago. And I will endorse you. I will
Yeah,
vote for you, and I believe in you, man. And
I
and I want
appreciate you.
everybody to know, and who does, in case you don't know, you should know because Jamal got my attention because he did an extraordinary campaign to get what was it, Citibank?
Chase Bank.
Chase Bank. I'm sorry, Chase Bank. He confronted them about the fact that they'll take money from black folks and not invest in black folks. They weren't making loans the way they should, and J Mall put the heat on them big time, and I was really impressed with that, as a lot of people were.
Yep.
And
And
what
got
I
them to
really
get
just
back a
see,
$1 billion. Yep.
yeah, there you go. There you go. They gave back 1 billion. So this is real financial activism, everybody. I want everybody to know what that is. And the other thing too that jumped out at me was I wanted to ask you this really quickly. The mayor of Chicago right now,
Mhm.
Brandon Johnson, right?
Yep.
Give me a couple thoughts on his performance. You know, he's black like us. How do you feel about his performance thus far?
Well, I don't know about black like us. I would say he's definitely black, but the like us is a little bit different. Um, so I think listen, he was in over his head. I did not support him because I knew that it was going to be this case. He has his agenda has been for other ethnic groups, and he has supported the migrant community more than anybody, giving them, $1 billion. And now he just announced a lawsuit against Trump over sanctuary city status to protect migrants as well. So, his agenda has not been for the actual citizens, especially the urban communities who have been hurting the most. And so it's been unfortunate. And I think right now, with his approval rating being the lowest of any mayor in history, that everyone is just waiting on his time to end.
I'm gonna tell you, when I look at him, maybe Karen Bass and some of the other mayors out here that are doing things. I think I saw where Karen Bass was going to financially compensate
Insane.
some of the
I was
families
like,
for.
please don't give Brandon Johnson any ideas, please.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's isn't
I
it
said,
funny
oh
that
my
that
God.
yeah, it's so funny these people that depend on our votes, they won't pay reparations, but they'll gladly pay for immigrations.
Yes, that's
And
crazy.
we end up being put kind of behind the
Yep.
on the back burner. And I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are in terms of what is going on behind the scenes that's making them behave in such a strange way. Because when I
It's
look at
insane.
yeah, have you ever seen a Stepford Wife? You ever seen that? Heard of that? Seen that in the movie The Stepford Wives by chance?
Nuh-uh.
You're younger than me. Look
Yeah,
it
yeah.
up. Stepford Wives was a really interesting show about these women. They were wives, but they were like robots. They weren't really human. They
Okay, I
just
think
would
I know
just
what you're
do
talking about.
whatever their
Right.
husbands told them to
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he
Yep.
comes off like a black male version of a Stepford wife in the
He
sense that
does.
like he's just sitting there, he's just this
He's
smiling
literally a
Negro
robot.
that's that's doing a whole lot of stuff that ain't making no sense. Black folks are like, wait, we did not put you in office to do this. Also, you're destroying your city financially. I looked at the finances. That deficit is
It had a
massive, and
deficit every year. Yep.
yeah,
Hmm.
and it's getting bigger. I mean, and the debt
Yep.
level. I mean, it's unsustainable. They're fiscally screwed.
And here's the problem that I have with that. You give out, $1 billion to the migrants. But then you have $1 billion deficit your first year when you just gave out $1 billion to the migrants. And to close the deficit, I'm going to increase taxes on the public. So I'm going to impose an increase in the streaming tax. I'm going to put another 50 speed cameras. This is what he did. And put another 50 speed cameras out there. I'm going to increase the ticket amounts for each ticket. I'm going to increase the fines and the fees for different things. So the sticker amount on cars. So now you have increased all ticket fines and fees and put on new taxes and increased the taxes that we already have just to pay for the fact that you just gave away $1 billion and you got nothing in return for it. So now we're again in another year where we're going to have a $1.2 billion deficit, perhaps. And again, they're going to go back to the table to talk about how they're going to increase taxes. And instead of continuously increasing all of these small taxes, like he increased the bag tax last year as well, instead of doing all of these taxes, now we got to look at property taxes now. So now we're going to increase property taxes this time. And we're constantly losing because there's an agenda that's not for us. You talked about reparations. He created a reparations study, $500,000. This the game we play right here. Y'all know this. He created a $500,000 commission to study reparations. And so now, because I gave away $1 billion to the migrants and black people are mad at me, hey, y'all, I'm going to allow y'all to study reparations, and here's a $500,000. I mean, we continuously get slapped in the face, and is utterly sickening.
Well, the reparation studies have been done.
A
The
million
man behind
times.
me, right? The man behind me, Dr. Claude Anderson, studied reparations
Yep.
for 50 years in books like Black Labor, White Wealth,
Yep.
which everybody should
Amazing
read.
book.
Everybody should go to powernomics.com and get copies of Black Labor, White Wealth. His website is powernomics.com.
I'm
And
looking
don't
for
y'all
it. I know
fall
it's
for
around
for
here
that
right in
bullshit.
this room somewhere.
I know it is. I know it is because you represent what he believes in. What he, I spoke to him yesterday, and you are his type of guy.
For
And
sure.
and I don't normally get real involved with political stuff, but I told you, and I will keep my commitment on this. I support you 100% when you run. You're gonna need a lot more than my support, of course, because it's a big job.
For
But
sure.
for what it's worth, I support you, and you're really talking to a guy
Appreciate it.
who I didn't even want. RFK wanted to come on this platform, and I just said I don't want to talk to politicians
Yeah.
unless I see substance there. And so good luck, brother. I know it's gonna be a journey for you, but I know you
Now,
got
and
what
I'm
it
I'm
takes.
not a let's also, you said politician. I'm not a politician, right? And that's the difference for me is I believe that we have to start electing real authentic people from the neighborhoods who are connected to the issues, who really have the heart and understanding of how to govern as well to be in these seats. And so it is not my goal to be a career politician. It's not my goal to sit in the seat for, decades like these other politicians. Only reason why I ran for mayor is because I know the impact that I can make in a short amount of time and set the pathway for future mayors to continue. And so that's the type of leadership that we need, not greedy, egotistical leaders who are only in it for themselves, but people who actually want to make the impact and move out the way. And that's the type of leader that I am.
Right on, man. Well, keep us posted on everything that goes down with this casino, this Wind
I
Creek
will.
Casino,
Win Creek.
out in East Hazel Crest, right
Yep.
near Homestead. I want to make sure I
Mhm.
give them credit for their sheer incompetence,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to
Homewood.
see what's
Homewood. This year.
Homewood. I said, what did I say? I said Homestead, didn't
Homestead.
I?
Yeah.
I meant to say
Homewood.
Homewood. Thank you for correcting me, man.
Uh,
Maybe that's my incompetence saying shit the wrong way. But all right. Well, you take care of yourself, brother. And I know
Thank you.
you're taking your sons out skating tonight, and
Yeah.
you got a beautiful family, brother. And I see how you're raising those little soldiers, man. And I'm super impressed by that. And everybody, thank you for listening. And I hope you'll go follow Jamal. It's spelled you said Jaymal, Jamal
That's the
Green, right?
handle. Yep. The
Okay,
handles are
that's his handle, Jamal Green.
Jamal
Everybody
Green.
go
Yep.
follow. And if you are in Chicago and you're connected, I hope you'll let people know about what's going on here because this is unfair and this is wrong and this is crazy. So be careful out there, everybody. God bless you and have a good night and take care of yourself, brother.
Thank you.